We are live during a snowstorm in Maine. And I just like those trees. Yeah. I just think they're pretty. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Hello. So, if I'm not mistaken, you were on earlier and you joined in. But this is what I'm looking at. Just a bunch of trees covered in snow. Yeah. It's not gonna stop until the morning. So, does it snow where you're from? And like, I guess. Oh, so I take that as a no. But for those that have always wanted to see snow, not in person, but yeah. So in that case, are you in the United States or are you elsewhere? I've met a bunch of people from all around the world that speak perfect English, so I can't go on that. It is actually cool, but like right now, it's slippery. So, and at the same time, I thought, oh, Mexico. Hola, ¿qué pasa, amigo? I only speak un poquito español, but the Spanish I have learned has been from mostly Mexicans. So, my niece and nephew are even half Latin, so not Mexican, Cuban. There is a difference, so we all know that. Because even Canadians speak different English than we do here in the United States. And even in Canada, there's a little difference in the French between New Brunswick and Canada, and they're Quebec, and they're right next to each other. And yes, je parle juste un peu français. I speak just a little. My family's came from up there at one point too, so. But there's one thing that I gotta love, the snow, and don't be afraid to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and as Brandon has done, commented. I love the comments. But yeah, there's snow everywhere. I do enjoy the interaction, so feel free, even if you think it's just pretty, you can mention just pretty. I do like the comments and reading them, and I do love the interactions, the thumbs up, getting to know each other, getting to know all of you. You've never touched snow. You gave me an idea. Well, that gives you an idea of how much, but yeah, this is the wet stuff. Good for snowballs, snowmen. My hand's a little cold, but yeah, I've definitely felt colder. This is actually the view behind me. Yeah, it's the highway. I would have chosen better spots, but right now, I can't really park right in most of them because of the snow. But my favorite thing about snow is actually seeing it cover all the plants. You've never seen snow. Merry Christmas. I respect that, especially from someone that doesn't. And I hope you are having a joyous time in Africa. So I've worked with people from Africa as well. If you don't mind, what country are you from? Because I've worked with some from a few different countries. So right now I have someone from Mexico here watching, and yeah, but hello, Honora. Feel I love it when people say hi and talk. And plus, yeah, I do like getting to know you guys. Oh, I've actually known people from Algeria. That's awesome. So in that case, you probably speak multiple languages, at least from the people I worked with. But yeah, I'm just trying to, yeah, show you guys what I live with. Now I lost a lighter. But yay! You guys all get to see snow. And it's neat to have people from all around the world too. There's the lighter. But yeah. Let's see, what's my car saying for temp? My car is saying it's about 32 degrees here. I'm actually not surprised because most of the people from Africa I've met have spoken at least 3 or 4, at least. So that's actually pretty awesome. There's only one phrase I've learned in an African language, and it's Lingala, and it's Naboyi. I don't want to. No kidding, 12 days or more. See, here in America, Christmas Eve is the traditional days. Some people go a little bit longer. I prefer, you can if you want, answer if you want, but I prefer to celebrate Yule. And Yule goes from the 21st, the winter solstice, to January 1st. This is awesome that you guys are tuning in. Feel free to give a thumbs up. Yeah, I've heard that too, and I haven't met anyone that's worked there. I always wanted to meet someone and talk to them about it, because I'm sure they have a bunch of stories. I'm not sure, Brandon, because I kind of lost track of the conversation at this point. So if you jog my memory, that might make a difference. But, and there goes one of the plow trucks. I'll see if I can get this cleared up a little bit. I think he might actually be coming right by too, if he does what the last one did. Oh, I want to know as much as can be, especially since with the strange conspiracies out there. I think it would be neat just to hear them, you know. But yeah, I mean, yes, the lights are purple here. That's not my camera or me doing anything. Yeah, just had to respond to a message. I'm sorry about that, you guys. With the guy that the other guy's from Africa. No shit. I have a good question. What kind of wildlife or life have they found it that used to live there in the ice? Because I know that they found evidence of stuff in ice, but I'm not sure what. But yeah, see, one of my favorite things about snow, really, they found a woolly mammoth down there. That's amazing. I didn't think they were down there. I thought they were just in the northern hemisphere. That's awesome. And I don't know why I thought that. Probably because a lot's been found in Siberia and such. But yeah, I'm glad I got a thumbs up, and definitely feel free to subscribe. No shit. That's actually pretty cool to find all that. I like collecting bones, but there's only the right way to do it. That is what I prefer. But this is cool. 2 thumbs up, 2 people from 2 different countries, 2 different continents at that, which makes it even more interesting. So, what time is it where you guys are? If you don't mind. Because let's see. It is 11:42 here, so I wonder what time it is where you guys are. Saber-tooth tiger tooth? I've actually always wanted one of the teeth. No shit. So that's like, you guys are like, damn. 10:42. This is actually pretty cool. One's ahead, hours almost, well, like 18 hours ahead, and one's like an hour behind. That's actually pretty awesome. And I've wondered if people that don't have snow or never seen snow likes to see it. Like right now, it is slippery. I tried to get my car to do donuts. I guess it's a good thing that it can't, because I guess that means it's easier to handle in the snow, and handles better in the snow. No shit, that's cool. And yeah, see, I love this stuff here. But like this, but I also love the warm weather. I'm going to clear off some of that. There. But I actually like warm weather. I want to head back down south to enjoy some of that at times. No, that's cool. That's actually really cool that they're doing that. But they're even with the danger, I think is neat. My car does slip, but there's a feature like when you try to get going. But this car has stability control, which in this car it actually needs it. The last car, every other car I've had did not have it, and I didn't have an issue. The best car I had in the snow, like actual car, not a SUV, was probably tied between a Toyota Avalon and a Chevy HHR. But I do prefer a 4-wheel drive. Oh, if it's here in April, hopefully it's around my birthday. My birthday is in April 6th. But and there's like a gas station where those lights are. 24-hour gas station at that. They were closed for a few months, doing completely redoing the store, the gas pumps are new, you name it. See, I think the Tiger would be neat. March 3rd. So a little over a month before mine. This year I'll be turning 41. Kind of not looking forward to it, but kind of am. I just like all this, the looks of all the trees. And there is a third person watching. They can feel free to comment as well, or just watch. I really don't mind. Subscribe if you haven't. This is actually pretty cool talking to you guys. So, what do you guys do for work? I work at a fast food joint in town. And it actually pays better than minimum wage, so I'm not gonna complain. One of the best paying, actually the best paying job was when I was a manager at a fast food joint, a different place. But yeah. You can kind of see the snow over there where the plow's gone by. A little better. But yeah. I think I got the munchies. So, is there a reason why you don't have a job yet? And if you do need a side hustle, I hope you have something to get by. No, they actually look like a lion? Huh. See, I've wondered what, and I'm sure there's more than one type like a lot of others, but that's pretty cool. I'd like to see, one thing I would have liked to have seen is what animals and dinosaurs really look like way back when, that are extinct now. Plus, I do like history, science. I just like to learn. And right now, I'm reading one of the first biographies I've ever picked up, and it's on Teddy Roosevelt. Oh, you're trying to be a content creator. Not, I'm actually trying to get it going as a side thing, the content. And I do, one thing that might help you out, Brandon, is that I actually do try to subscribe to other people's, especially like in your case, because one thing I've noticed is that if you know another one, they usually try to help you out somehow. Like, I wouldn't mind if you actually posted what your channel is on here so people could go and subscribe if you wanted them to. I know I'd like to see some of the stuff. I think it would be pretty cool. I know like in the next few years I might have a more consistent person to do this stuff with. A family member. The family member just isn't quite old enough yet. Electric wires. There's parts of the state that I live in that, well, sections that don't have power lines. Plus, there's no one that lives there. Yes, I most certainly celebrate Halloween. That's my favorite holiday. And the Day of the Dead. Those are my two favorite holidays. Do you guys have any favorite holidays? But you guys celebrate the Day of the Dead down in Mexico, don't you? Like Dias de la Muertes or Muerte. Ah, I from what I know of how you guys celebrate the Day of the Dead down in Mexico, I like that. It's actually about honoring the your ancestors and so on and so forth. It's a, it's very much a respecting for your ancestors, to my knowledge. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong or add to it. I'm just eating Swedish fish, talking to you guys, looking at the snow. I am going to have to give someone a ride home in a couple, well, over an hour now, but yeah. Mine actually acts up too once in a while, so I understand, bud. So do you guys have any hobbies? Play any sports? I did like that that how that guy had a buddy in the Antarctica. Soccer. I like American football. I like watching it. I did do a bunch of years of martial arts. I like making videos too. Some it seems like there's people that are really fascinated with the state that I live in. One thing I did find interesting about when I was in the army and the martial arts is that the hand to hand that they taught us, I already knew. And I knew more than that what they were teaching us because I had already been doing it for years. It's Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Yeah, I've had in some ways my life has been really good. So I'm not going to complain. Even during the bad times when it's rough, is more or less I just need to vent and get it out, and after that I'm fine. I was hoping one of the plow trucks would come by so you could see the actual size of them. So Mexico is actually one country I want to go see, and I actually want to drive there. Yes, they are. Like they could, like my like a average sized car could probably fit into um the back of the truck. It's basically a big dump truck with a plow. And on the back end is one thing that you guys would have seen. There's a little thing that spins around and shoots salt everywhere, or sand, depending on what they decide to, and it helps melt the salt, well, the ice and the snow, so it's not as slippery, and you can actually drive. Like, at least that's how they do it around here. There are areas that are like nature, well, for example, a nature preserve, that they do not always have, um allow salt, which is what one of where they times that they put sand. Even sand, because of how gritty it is, it typically gives enough traction to either get going or keep going, whichever the case may be. See, I actually like the questions that you're asking because it does get me talking on things I know. If not, I'm just drawing blanks most of the time. And that's why I thoroughly enjoy people talking, commenting. Because that way I don't draw blanks. So, to the others watching, feel free to give a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, because all I'm really doing is talking with you guys and looking at the snow, which is going to go on until the morning. But yeah. I enjoy talking with you too. You seem to be a very, well, you're not negative, you're more positive. So I really can't complain. I like how people keep joining and all that too. I saw that heart. That's awesome. I love those. I love those. Those are the best. Even better than the smiley face or party ones. But yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying these. And I did start to take a video that I haven't completed yet, or posted yet, only because I'm not sure if I want to get the snow in the morning, or if I want to end it where it is. But I did post earlier before the snow in some areas. Like the beach was one of them. There was a view over of the river from a railroad bridge that goes over the river. Feel free to check them out. I actually don't think I've gone to the point that I can do that, because it also goes on the amount of subscribers, views, comments, things like that. That's why I keep encouraging people to do it. And yes, I have no issue doing the same for you, my man. We've got to support each other, mi amigo. And there's one thing that I always found interesting. I checked, and I know it's gone up since then, was uh or like a little bit before I came on, I think I had 111. I I'm not positive now. How many do you know how many you have? But at the same time, I know that like for mine have been growing every day. So how many subscribers do you have? I love how the trees look like that. And if it wasn't so slippery, I'd probably be going down one of my favorite roads right now for that. And it actually covers like 3 towns, that one road, that short span that I go on. It's like literally from where I am, it's not would only take 15 minutes to get there. Like the whole one-way trip to get, but roads are slippery. I don't feel like trying to show you guys live and drive. Only 12. Well, guess what? Once I get done with the live, I'll probably be number 13. Lucky 13. And that's actually my favorite number. Or, well, one of my favorite numbers. And one thing that well, especially like since I'm basically starting out too, I don't mind if you drop your the name of your page on here. And it does happen. Like for me, once I started posting videos pretty regularly, like I'd want to say on average or 2 or 3 a week, my subscribers did start to go up. Once they got to 50, and something like 25,000 views, or I'm not sure on the other details, but I know that once you hit 50 subscribers, you can go live, and after that it usually starts to take off. So I'll definitely help you out on that. And I'm actually still learning learning more about this too. And one of my buddies, he's actually in one of my couple of my videos. The one about the Cascades and Waterfalls. If you go check that out, yeah, he's one of my buddies, and he's been doing it a lot longer. He has more subscribers than I do. His are mostly in the UK. Mine seem to be just spread out everywhere, all my subscribers. But yeah, I'll definitely. Yes, that's what I'm actually looking forward to the 1,000. Plus, I like watching the numbers. I like the analytics and demographics and all that of them, of all this. So yeah. But hello. And this is actually where I started to learn some Spanish from Mexicans in the army. There was at one point my friends were, well, a lot of the ones I clicked with were Mexican. So I decided to ask them to teach me Spanish, so they wouldn't feel like they had to speak English or have to translate. That way, whatever language came out, we could just go with it. And some of it's actually similar to French, I noticed. That's why some of it was easy to pick up. Like if someone says "Cómo estás?" and you want to say "okay," like I'm okay, I can't say it, but I can understand it because of how close it is to French. Like when I try to say it, it wants to come out the French way. Some of it's just very similar. Like one way to say good in French, bien. Yeah, like in Spanish. It's spelled similar too, I believe. So not quite the same, but similar. So, yeah. Since there's someone else watching now, I'll show you the snow too. See? All over the trees. All over the trees. But yeah, I actually like talking to you guys. It was awesome. Feel free to comment. To the new viewers, feel free to comment. Feel free to give a thumbs up. I enjoy the comments. This guy's getting me talking, and I enjoy it. That's why I like the comments. But that way it's not just like looking at the snow. I'll show you guys the trees again. I just think it's so pretty. Not necessarily fun to drive in, but it is very pretty. I do want to get to a spot that you can see the mountains from, because I know that there's a bunch of snow where they are now as well. Plus, it is pretty there. No, I did not know that. I was wondering about that only because I was talking to someone from Mexico as well, and Teresa was spelled the same way as the French way, TH. And in French, you do not, like, you don't have the sound. This would be Teresa, not Theresa. So I was wondering about that. So thank you for bringing that up. I have started to learn, because of people like you, I have started to learn how to properly read Spanish, even if I don't know what it means. Oh, thank you for. I love how you guys just join in. I do. So consider. Actually, that's a stupid question. Never mind. Clearly, I know the answer to that. But yeah, I got a touch of the munchies, so don't mind me. Plus, I don't want to just keep holding my camera up. Not too much. You? Basically, I'll show you what's been going on. All this snow. I'll be heading to sleep in probably a little after 1 this morning, only because I'm giving someone I work with a ride to home after they get out of work. Someone I work with. Where are you? I'm currently at a park and ride. Talking to you guys because of the views is better than where I live. So, Dr. Pepper, you're back. I remember talking with you. This is awesome. I'm starting to get repeats. I think so too. But I do try to go live at least once, maybe twice a day. Once in a while, it's more. But I know you subscribed, and I believe I subscribed to you too. I'm sure you do better. Betterment. A lot of you guys do have good names on here. Now there's multiple people talking. This is awesome. I think this is the most amount of and longest amount of conversations I've had go on in a chat. It's awesome. And if you haven't, don't be afraid to subscribe, give a thumbs up as well. Woohoo! You guys, there are a bunch of you guys. You guys are making my night. And I figured I'd come on, stay on as long as I have people like you to talk to and hang out with and all that. Because it is actually rather fun. At least I think so. That's why I also try to go live once in a while elsewhere when I can. And it's just basically I'll have to, when I can add more data when mine runs out on my phone. Yeah, that's when I do it. That's right. How you been, buddy? Staying warm? And I again, Pepper. Yeah, Dr. Pepper. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go live on Christmas or not. I know I'll at least make a video wishing everyone Merry Christmas, but I may actually go live and do it too. I haven't fully decided. Yeah, I feel that, Dr. Pepper. I'm still here, but yeah, I'm glad that you're still here. And some of my videos are actually starting to do better because of you guys too. I just can't wait to hit certain like minimum things with at least minimum things with like subscribers and all that with YouTube. I would just go with it. Betterment. Mine's been doing a lot better too, and all the way around. Like I had one video. Normally they're under 100 views. It's approaching 200. What usually does well for me are shorts, and those are actually I have a few that are, I have quite a few that are over 1,000, some over 2,000, and bunch more approaching all that too. It's all thanks to you guys. See, I will give you a heads up though, Brandon. I don't do it the a traditional American way, in part because my mother lives 2 states away, so I pretty much go and try to split my time up with my family here and my family there. You too, man. I've been meaning to watch into your lives too. Thanks, Dr. Pepper. I try. I'm always trying to make each video I do try to make better. It doesn't always work, but I try. And it does help that it's like all of a sudden at one point, because of my kid actually, I learned how, I was like, oh, screw it. I've seen what him edit. I'm going to go from there. And I'm going to try to edit things too. And that alone did make a difference. Now, one thing that I've actually thought about doing is making an even longer video, like 30 minutes, or even, like right around there. And I do go to different towns. I don't just stick to like 1 or 2. Because, like, shit, within 45 minutes, there's probably close to 2 dozen towns I could go to. Plus, that also depends on traffic. I'd appreciate that, man. And like I said, just comment yours on yours in these comments, and I'm sure people would subscribe to you as well. Yep, goals for 2026. My favorite color is, well, it's probably tied between black and red. And if any of you guys want to make your favorite colors known too, feel free. I really don't mind questions like that. I kind of like them. And pretty soon, maybe on Christmas, I'll end up trimming this down. because it is starting to get a nuisance in some ways, like right around here, and yeah. Oh, what are my goals? Well, to get better well, bring in a little bit more money. Blue's a good color too. My jacket's blue. But yeah, is to bring in a little bit more money, get a little bit better setup on things. So yeah. And thank you for rephrasing it bit so I could understand it better. Thank you, man. Yeah, this is awesome that I have three people and someone else just joined in. They can join the viewing. They can join in too, especially with the views like this and this. The trees covered in snow. But yeah, awesome, man. But yeah, I actually try to stay away from ramen, but because if I had my choice, I would probably eat nothing but wild game and stuff I grow in a garden. You know, if I if I did not if the cold did not hurt me so much, I would do some of the cold plunges. Just because, like I broke a knee once, and the cold can really make it hurt, and I'll limp from it for a little while. That's why there's things like that I won't. Plus, around here, just like the temperature, well, the air temperature alone is typical. Well, especially coming up, it's going to be like in the single digits. So that's cool when that happens with the five people. Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of people just come in and pop out. I think the most I've had at once is around 20, and that was just real brief. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that uh Betterment would back this up. That the more people watch, the bigger it grows too and quicker. And I do try to support others too. So what else? That's what we're here for. So the town that I did a video of earlier, that's sad that I got too much hate. Yes, exactly. That's what the part that I was kind of struggling to phrase is it pushes it. The more often it does that, the better. Because I've even tuned back into yours. I've been actually meaning to. That's probably what I'll do when I get off of streaming is go watch more live ones. I there's I kind of figured that. That's also why I have don't mind having moderators as well. Um, yeah. Huh. Isn't that something? See, this is one thing I do in videos when I'm talking like this and not out and about. Well, it's like once in a while I do have kids that join in, but I don't think either one of you are children. I know one of you's not. I'm pretty sure the other one's not, so I don't mind because I do try to be a good influence when there's children watching. As best of an influence as I can be. Because there's some kids that have actually subscribed. I don't. The way I look at it is, if kids are drawn to me, like and feel safe and all that, it should push me to be better. So. You take care and thank you for joining, man. I'll definitely be watching out for yours again. Most definitely. And stay warm, brother. Stay warm, man. I think the most thumbs up I've had on one of these is 8. Lately it's been almost a steady 6 or 7. I do greatly appreciate everyone joining in. But let's see if we can get 2 more thumbs up and more. See you, brother. And let's hope that we can get more subscribers too. Because I do like watching the numbers. It's not just about views. I just like watching numbers. But I do want to show the trucks. The power trucks. So to those watching, feel free to go to Brandon's as well and subscribe to him. He's trying to start out as well. He has less subscribers than I do, so let's try to get him started and get him help give him a head start, because he does seem like a good guy. It's not just about me, it's about helping each other. Because I know that like when I was first starting, I did want a little help, especially to get to the first 50, because after you get to the first 50, you can go live and it just seems to expand from there. Thank you, Dr. Pepper, cream soda. For some reason, I wanted to switch to soda cream. I'm sorry about that. See, Brandon? We're helping you grow, man. And I just can't subscribe yet while I'm live. Not, at least not from my phone. So I'll end up doing that once I can. Because I do want to see others succeed as well. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Brandon. I remember. I'm surprised it's not more iffy around here with the snow, especially since it's wet. That's heavy. And if it does, for some reason that made me think of the ice storm of '98. People were without power for, I think some were close to like right around a month without any power or no electricity, no internet, nothing. Not even hot water. I was fortunate enough to not be on one of the shorter ones. I think it was only a few days. But we had other things like we had heat in the house because, my father set it up that you didn't need electricity. Like he had a little fake gas stove thing that did not need electricity. So basically we were all set on all that. So yeah, you actually get what it's like in that case, because Oh, it's better now where I am, but I'm like one of the last age groups that actually remembers going that long here without internet or without light for a month. Go further north, it's more common. I actually prefer more north because it is more peaceful, it is more quiet. I do have like a few videos that all shorts. They're more of the older ones. Like there's a state park. There's one with a woman walking a dog. Those are both up north, two different directions, but up north. And the woman walking the dog, she actually passed away on August 31st. Yeah, that's a bit of a rough one, but yeah. Me too. Look. I hope he's like Brandon and well, all of you as well, Dr. Pepper, all of everyone that joins in, and even that just views my videos. I like, especially with the positivity, I can't help but to have great appreciation for it. Especially since I've come across minimal negativity. I want to keep it that way. Awesome! Thank you for checking, Brandon. I hope yours gets up there too. Boba? What's boba? See, this is one thing I do like about talking with you guys. Is you guys talk about things that aren't in like my group, so I get to expand my mind and learn from you guys. And part of the reason why I do go live in other spots when I can is like some of them are in the same area or whatnot that I've taken videos. But if you ask questions about them, I can fill you in. Like one thing I keep forgetting to mention, like I should have mentioned in one of the videos, is how the old mills and factories were powered, because they were powered by water, and you can see where the water would go in. You know, so I actually wanted to. I actually want to talk more about all that history. I just wish that because they were textiles, the old brick textiles, typical of New England and of the North. Because they're the old ones from like the 1800s. Still in functioning for the most part into, well, some of them were actually functioning into the 1990s. Hi, Dr. Pepper. I think I don't know if I said this the last time you were on, but one of my uncles loved Dr. Pepper. If you looked in opened up his fridge, it wasn't unusual for that to be the only soda in his fridge. My soda isn't necessarily well known outside of New England. It's called Moxie. I don't have a bottle of it with me, or can, but yeah. It's definitely a unique taste. That's for sure. See, if I could help more people out too, I would. Well, that's why I kind of want to get this thing going as a side thing, so I could get more to where I financially where I can help people. Because I definitely know what it's like to struggle. It's not fun going hungry. Not fun knowing, you know, if you don't have a roof over your head. None of that's fun. See, I like this how you guys are talking. It's actually pretty cool. That's awesome. And I actually support this too, like you guys giving your channels in here and supporting each other. I actually do encourage that. And I do keep mean to mention those things. That's why, and that I do forget. I do, believe it or not, I do have a brain injury. I had got in the middle of a kid getting kidnapped, and the guy sucker punched me. Huh. I do like that I not car. I think I said it correctly. Oh, there's still two. What's this one? Sub. Thank you guys for supporting each other. I think I'm one of the ones that subscribed to him. I think I was I think I'm one of the 4. So in about 20 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes, I will have to get going. So I'm glad you sub to him. Thank you for that. And the reason why I will have to get going is because I have to give someone a ride home at 1 in the morning when they get out of work. But the good thing is tomorrow morning at some point, and when I get after I get out of work tomorrow, I will be going live like usual. I do try to go live after work. I typically get out. Well, I'm scheduled from either midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning to get out. I know you guys are typically in different time zones, so. My channel is called Josh B. Yeah, I actually don't like to, because of how you guys are on. Normally, if I had the data, which I'm probably going to add some at some point anyhow this month, I would just take you on the drive with me. But it's actually slippery enough that I'm not going to risk it at this point. See, I think this is neat that you guys are actually supporting each other. See, this is actually one of the longer live streams I've done, and it's because if not the longest, and it's because of you guys. I think last night beat it was the previous one. I think we beat that one by like 2 minutes at this point, and trust me, it's greatly appreciated. Right now the roads are actually, well, the last time I drove on the road, it was like driving on ice in some spots. Your tires just wanted to spin. But like when I'm talking to you guys, I don't like this. I don't want to leave, but there's still some time left. I might just take you guys with me anyhow. I might not be able to hold you guys up like I normally do, but I may just take you guys with me for part of it. Then I don't know, but once I'd get there, I don't know if she'd want to be on video, so, or even her voice. She might just need to vent, and at that case, yeah, I'd have to cut it, but yeah. Your brother put the name? How old is your brother? Because it's a unique name and it'll catch people's eye. That's why I like it. Because if it catches some people's eye because it's unique, I think that can be a good thing, especially in a situation like this where you're trying to get your channel going more. One of my friends, his is called Joint Club. Like joint as an elbow. Okay. So, you're 8 years old? You're not the first kid. So, I actually have a child of my own. He's Oh, your brother's 8, duh. How old are you? I have a feeling that you might be about my son's age. If you don't want to give your age, you don't have to. And when I do ask questions, just as a general rule, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I have an idea though. Brandon, you can if you comment on one of his videos, he can probably find it from there. You are my son's age. I had a feeling that you were. Now, in that case, have you posted any videos of you playing video games? I don't have a game system, or I would have gone that route too. And hello to the others that have joined. Feel free to give a thumbs up, join the conversation, subscribe, watch my videos, and enjoy the snow that I have that's coming down. The trees. I think that's just pretty. Let me know if you guys think it's pretty or not. Oh, 16. Oh, okay. So 12 and 16. Huh. This is neat talking to you guys though. And I do hope you guys all somehow enjoy my content. Yeah, that's the word, content. Considering that it's approaching 1 in the morning, I think I'm actually talking pretty good. As if it was up to me, if I didn't give my word, I wouldn't be giving her a ride home, I don't think. Actually, her I might, because, well, I've known her for almost 25, the person for almost 25 years, and we ended up working together. We didn't plan it, but we were definitely friends, so we do watch out for each other. I don't want her to walk home in this bad weather. Plus, I know that her kids, they would miss her too much, and I like those kids. Well, actually, I think that both are legal adults now. But yeah, she did something right raising those kids. Her and her husband did something right. I even got to work with one of her kids. With me, he was a good worker. I guess he could have an attitude or not, or he was probably one of the kids that wouldn't necessarily be the best worker, like just ADD moment, I guess you could say. But with me, he was actually a good worker. It was like we understood each other perfectly. You know, at least in a work environment, he started calling me uncle. I loved it. Uh, I've had a lot of kids end up calling me uncle. One of them it didn't come out, well, he ended up using one of my nicknames at the time. And so it was Uncle Squash. I forget how it started, but my nickname in that group ended up being Squash. Probably because somehow connecting to rhyming with Josh and being not the biggest person, because I'm not the smallest either, but I'm below average by a few inches, and well, I'm my weight too. I don't weigh much over 100 pounds. Basically the size of a big kid. I'm sorry, I just ended up going off on a rant. I'm sorry. But you guys are still here, so you must have found it somewhat entertaining. So about a half hour. I probably won't be too much behind you after that. Because at that point, like at 12:15 your time, I think it'll be 1:15 at my time. I think I'll be heading back to my home for the night. Yeah. But you guys have actually been awesome. You guys I found the kids are typically up later than they were when my age, or at least to my knowledge. Because I know I wasn't up too late. Yes. Late. Once I got to be 16 in the summer, I was. Yes, it is. That's actually part of the reason why I like knowing people from all around the world, different cultures, beliefs. There's still some prejudice against my beliefs. That's why I haven't verbalized them. But I actually don't. You can say it's actually against my beliefs to have pass judgment, full-on hatred towards others. But there's still some that do. Like the only thing I don't like are like the people that like are. I use the most common example here in the States, and that's the Christians that talk about Christianity living a certain way, but they don't do it. You know, not the good ones. The good ones I like. It's the bad ones I don't. So you like to play outside. See, you and I, when I was a kid, I did too, so you and I would have gotten along good when I was a kid. I can tell you do, because from what you're saying in the comments, it's perfect English. So, and judging by how you're phrasing things, I can tell that you are pretty fluent. Hello again, Dr. Pepper. Are both of you back? Yay! I do enjoy it. And now there's 3. Let's see if the third person will at least give a thumbs up. But yeah, there's the snow, purple lights. But yeah, Snow-covered trees. So I wonder if that's your brother that joined. Is that the brother you were talking about? And if he has his own YouTube as well and he subscribes, I'll subscribe too. Especially if it pops up on mine. But at the same time, if that's awesome. Yeah, you can go get sleep, Brandon. Don't let me keep you up. If you need sleep, go get sleep. I don't like to hold people up on things like that, okay? Especially a kid. Ciao. Have a good one. Be safe. I hope you have a wonderful life, man. But yeah, it's awesome having you guys comment and join. And like even like from around the world like that. And you as well, Dr. Pepper. See, that's one thing that I can actually say, even though I'm not Christian, I greatly appreciate those things because it's still a blessing. In my beliefs, we have blessings too. The way I look at it as a blessing is always a good thing. Yeah, there's no bigotry in my blood. I don't care, as long as the only thing I actually care about is if you're a good person. If you're not, that's when I have issues. And the last real, I guess you could say, evil people that I came across, I wasn't near them, yet they still, I'll put it like karma came their way, and I wasn't even near them. No one punched them, no one stabbed them, nothing like that. But karma does have its ways. See, I don't mind that you're the only person. You're still here. And I should actually get going, though, to make sure that I'm not late, but I'll keep you on as long as I can. But I am going to have to get driving, at least. And get this stuff out of the way so I can give a ride. And I can go at night. Yay! So, see you later.